in Ennerdale Valley on the coast to coast walk. There's Anne. It's been raining most of the morning, but it's now lifting. We can actually see Pillar, that mountain there. See the waterfalls coming down the side and the cloud drifting across the top. We're going to walk along this forest road for a little, another mile or so I suppose. We come to a very remote youth hostel called Black Sail Hut, and then we have to climb up and out of the valley quite steeply up alongside a river called Loft Beck, and then up and down to Honister Slate Mine, and then into Rothwaite where we're staying for the night in a hotel. So hopefully we can dry ourselves out. Speak later. Here we are in Black Sail Youth Hostel. There's Anne having a lunch, well, a Mars bar anyway. We're right at the head of the Ennerdale Valley. This is the view from the front door. Not bad, eh? It's a bit damp here. This is an old shepherd's bothy. It's now run by the Youth Hostel Association, and they have an honesty cafe out the back there. You can go in and make yourself tea or whatever and eat cakes and biscuits and just leave your money in the box there. And we're going up to the left there, up into the clouds. Oh, deep joy. The following morning we set off for Grasmere in heavy rain and followed flooded paths on the climb to Lining Crag. Once on Greenup Edge we struggled to find a way through the flooded peat bogs and cross swollen rivers, but the main problem now was the gale force winds that were blowing walkers off of their feet. For this reason there are no photos or video footage after Lining Crag. This river is called Stonethwaite Beck. Well, no, it isn't actually, I'm lying, it's actually the path. But it's like walking up a river. Just wave for the camera, Anne. Alright, don't. So we're walking up this river into the mountains. Second day of sluicing rain. Oh, deep joy. And Anne's having a whale of a time, as you can see. Speak to you later. This is a gate. The path goes through the gate. So does the river. Immense fun. Not. Whoa. You're right. Okay, let go of the gate. This is the river leading up from Rothwaite to Lining Crag on the way over to Grasmere. Absolutely roaring it is, and all the little side streams coming down from the mountains which are crossing the path we're having to wade across. It's really good fun. Or maybe not. Here's another one. This one's not too deep, but you can see the water coming down from the mountainside straight across the path. This is shallower than the one we just crossed, which was very deep, halfway between my ankle and my shin, but this one's not too bad. Right, stick. Well done. There's another one. Path's over there, so we've got to get across. Looks quite tricky actually. Oh, that was by far the most difficult. We had to wade across that. Hands, boots full of water. My shoes have been full of water all morning anyway, but yeah, that's quite tricky. Had to sort of wedge ourselves with the walking poles and really make sure we didn't get swept away in that bit. There's quite a strong current, but you can see the water coming down everywhere and the waterfalls up ahead.
The next day we set off for Patterdale in grey skies, but thankfully the rain had stopped. We climbed to Grisdale Tarn, and as we descended to Patterdale, the sun even put in an appearance. The sun didn't last, however, and we again woke to heavy rain and cloud-covered summits. We decided to avoid the highest point of the coast-to-coast by taking the boat along Ullswater. When we reached the pier, we were surprised to find most of the other coast-to-coast walkers we had met along the way had the same idea. Although we didn't realise it at the time, the crossing of 9 standards was to be the last bad weather of the walk. The climb, although in a blustery wind, wasn't too bad, but once on the top, a gale force wind was blowing and we had to walk straight into it while trying to negotiate the peat bogs. As we descended off of the ridge, the heavens opened, and deciding that we had had enough of bog trotting for one day, we headed down and followed the valley road into Keld. From Keld we were joined on the section to Reeth by good friends John and Davina, who had recently moved to live near Reeth. This was a beautiful section along the River Swale, and as well as enjoying the now fine weather, we also enjoyed the company of our friends. We left Reeth and walked the short but beautiful section to Richmond with Bob and Kim, 2 walkers from Nevada that we had met along the way.
Not far now. Lovely breeze. It's up towards the White here.
White here.
Yeah. You alright?
Yeah.
Just got to go up to that white cairn.
From Richmond we were picked up and enjoyed the hospitality of John and Davina in their new home, before being returned to Richmond the following morning to continue the walk.
This is a spooky bit of the coast to coast.
What am I supposed to do?
No, I don't know. I'm videoing.
Oh, yeah, right.
Apparently there's a witch round here somewhere. Oh no, it's just Anne.
You cheeky sod. Oh dear.
Here we are, day 108 of the coast to coast walk. Or maybe it just seems like that. Anyway, we're on the Cleveland Hills today, which are on the edge of the North York Moors. We've got to walk along this ridge in front of us for the best part of the day, and then tomorrow we're off across a more level terrain on the North York Moors, along an old railway bed actually. Tonight we're staying at Buck House. Oh, it's called something like that. I think it's the Buck Hotel actually. At Chop Gate. Great name. Anyway, Anne's having a great time, aren't you, dear?
Yes, darling.
Really enjoying herself, ploughing up and down the hills. And in fact, I think she wishes it was going on for even longer, but...
We go away, Gary.
Oh, right, okay. I think that might be a no. Anyway, we've got a nice day for walking. It's not too hot, it's dry, and it's quite warm, so we're quite happy at the minute. Day 14 of the coast to coast, and summer has finally arrived. Hooray! It's not even 9:30 yet, it's really hot. We're down in a valley where we stayed last night on the North York Moors, and we're just heading up. We've got to climb back up onto the moors, but once we get up there it's a very flat walk following an old railway bed across the moors. It's just a bit hot getting up there at the moment. The forecast is good for the rest of the walk, so happy days. Wave to the camera, Anne. railway track, or the railway bed where the track used to be. Used to be an old railway here. They used to extract iron ore. It's really quite spectacular today. High moors and the beautiful green valleys below. Beautiful summer weather at last. Well, we're on the penultimate day, walking from Blakey Ridge to Gromont, and what a beautiful day again. Just stopped here to show you this beautiful valley in the North York Moors National Park is surprisingly called Great Fry-Up Dale. What a strange name, eh? Anyway, I've just had a fry up and I'm walking it off. There's Anne up there somewhere. Oh yeah, she's waving. Anyway, we've got about 13.5 miles to go today, but we're going to the pub in Glaisdale to get a pint, just to cool off a bit. Catch you later. Just left Glaisdale, where we sat in the pub, outside the pub in the sun, having a lovely cold beer. We're now in East Arncliffe Wood, heading for our B&B for the night in Gromont. We've got about 3 miles to do, so it's a bit of a stroll. And it's absolutely gorgeous in here. Wonderful place. The river down there. Can't remember the name, I don't know if it's a River Esk, I don't think it is. But whatever it is, it's nice. And Anne's just behind me and just confirmed that it is definitely nice. Sorry?
I confirmed it was the River Esk.
Oh, it is the River Esk apparently. Oh right, okay. Anne's taking over the navigating from now on. Anyway, switch this off now so we can have a domestic. This is Falling Foss waterfall in Little Beck Wood. Yeah, the tea room is just up there. This beautiful place. Been walking through this wood for a couple of miles now. It's the last day. It's very hot, so we're quite pleased about the trees. Give us a bit of shade. we're here at the North Sea. We just got to the coastal path. We're 3 miles from the end. We've got 3 miles of coastal walking to do. So it mirrors the start of the walk where we started walking along over St.Bees Head. And we're pretty knackered. I think Anne will agree with that, wouldn't you? But we've got 3 miles to go. We're going to have a break here. And then we're going to do the 3 miles and hit the pub at the other end after we've dipped our feet in the North Sea and thrown our pebbles in the North Sea that we collected from the Irish Sea. Anyway, gonna have a little break now. Right, after 16 days and best part of 200 miles, here we are on the North Sea, and that down there is the finish, Robin Hood's Bay. We're just got a short distance to go. We can go and get a pint. Oh, hallelujah. Oh, here we are. We've finished, and we've dipped our feet in the North Sea, and we dipped them in the Irish Sea, and now we've got to throw our pebbles, which were carried across England in the sea. You ready?
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, go! That's it. We're done.
Okay.
We're finished.
You can do me.
Yeah, you're in. Oh. Well, I'm not. My shoes aren't waterproof, so I'm not going too far. But now, yeah, you are. Yeah. Now we've got to go and get a beer. So, would you like to do it again, Anne?
Don't just check, Gary.
No, I think you're probably right. I think the beer sounds more appealing. I'll put the bar up there.